Game Over 86 coming back with another video. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be talking about a new patent that Sony has registered, trademarked for the PlayStation 5, which literally is still representing backwards compatibility, which is talking about PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4 for the next-gen console being possibly released or announced in 2020. Maybe it'll be announced later this fall or winter. We don't know. I know they're not going to be at E3, and I still think to this day the reason why they're not going to be at E3, in my opinion, is because they want to see Xbox's hand first. They want to see if the fans are going to be, or the actual community is going to be accepting towards an all-streaming box or an all-service or digital only or all this stuff. It's going to be, I think, really detrimental to Sony's success, in my opinion. But that is just what I'm thinking. But we're going to go ahead and talk about this. And Mark Cerny, lead architect developer, obviously, will probably be weighing in on this. And I'm sure he has his name attached to it, like they state in this section, which we're going to read. And I'm going to show you guys some images. Now, I just want to let you guys know, I don't know how to read in pretty much in Japanese, so I don't know how to transfer all this stuff over, but I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and my opinions on what I think is going to happen going forward with the PlayStation 5 and what this means for PlayStation 4 owners that are getting ready to buy a PlayStation 4 Pro possibly, or maybe new people that are jumping onto the PlayStation 4 waiting till the end for a good deal for price drops and all that. What does that mean going forward with the PlayStation 5? And I think that's what Sony is wanting to acknowledge. But let's go ahead and talk about this, guys. But right now, Mark Cerny, and yes, I know you guys got on to me for calling him Mark Kearney. I apologize. But Mark Cerny is pretty much Sony's lead architect developer. And right here is an image of what this is going on. And it says at the start of the month, I reported, and it wasn't me, but we'll give Tweaktown is where I'm at, guys. And it's by Anthony Graffia. Anyway, so it says a new Surface patent that suggested Sony's next-gen PlayStation 5 would be backwards compatibility with the PS1, 2, 3, and 4 games. And here we are again with a new patent. This was filed yesterday, and this trademark is Sony's Interactive Entertainment. So it's been registered to them. Now, a lot of people are still skeptical that they're going to go backwards compatibility for all consoles previous from PlayStation 1 up to the PlayStation 4. And that is, you know, justified in a way because Sony has never really been like that over the years, even though they were the first ones to have backwards compatibility. A lot of people forget about that. In the long run, I mean, they were the first ones to implement it with the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, and then they did it with the PlayStation 3, which was kind of a hassle, and, you know, the motherboard, and it overheated and all that, and you got the yellow light. Trust me, I got the yellow light too because I bought the first-gen 60-gig edition when it first came out. Yes, I spent $600 and some on that back in the day because I was shameless. Anyway, so with the PlayStation 4, a lot of people are still kind of questioning him. And I know that looking at some of this development and some of this stuff right here, a lot of this obviously has to do with the chip processors and all this other stuff and hookups and wires and whatnot right here. This is what you're seeing in this image. But it says PlayStation hardware architect Mark Cerny has his name attached to the patent as the inventor. And it should be leading the PlayStation 5 charge. The new patent is titled Simulation of Legacy Bus Operation of Backwards Compatibility. My goodness. Could they have chosen anything a little bit shorter? And was registered alongside the Cupid or Cepioid impersonating method. So that we reported this earlier month. Okay. With these patents, we can only guess that Sony will have backwards compatibility as a huge feature on the PlayStation 5. If the PlayStation 5 can emulate previous gen PlayStation consoles, it would open up playing thousands of PlayStation games, yes, of generations, yes. Not only that, but the previous post I wrote, backwards compatibility, patents teased in the surgeon process that would see remastering by emulation. That would upscale standard to high def games to 4K using AI technology. Now, and what I see from this, guys, honestly, what I want to see from this, and a lot of people, you know, may doubt it and they may not. That's still to be determined. But what I see from this, guys, is Sony literally seeing how well it was for Xbox. But before I say anything else about all this, the reason why Xbox's success was from their failure, and that is why I always say you learn more from failing. Like even in YouTube channels and stuff, I have learned, you know, and I've made mistakes and I've learned from them. But Xbox, if they wouldn't have made that mistake, would they have went backwards compatibility? They only did that because of their DSM or DRMs, excuse me, and all that other stuff that they tried doing where you always have to be online. You can't sell your disc. You have to use that same disc. If you don't like that, stay with the Xbox 360. They had to bring back something, backwards compatibility, that really helped, like, the company. And I'm not saying they needed that, but they did it for that reason. They did it because they knew they had nothing else really backing them. So with backwards compatibility, I think Sony sees that success, and I think they really understand that a lot of fans want to play backwards compatibility. Now, I'm not speaking for all fans. I understand. I own the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4, and, you know, from growing up over the years, and I own the Xbox original, the Xbox 360, and the Xbox One X. I own the Nintendo Switch, I own the Wii U, the Wii, the GameCube, the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo 64, the Sega Dreamcast, the Sega Genesis. Anyway, digress, guys. What I'm trying to get at is that Sony is going to, I believe, implement a backwards compatibility. Now, this may be good news and bad news. I think for the people that are buying the PlayStation 4, if you want to go ahead and buy the PlayStation 4, by all means, go do it. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying if you're gonna buy it when it goes down in price and you want a long list of library, just note that you can only play backwards compatibility through their PlayStation Now service. And if you have a PlayStation 3, you can still play PlayStation 1 games. If you have the original PlayStation 3 and it hasn't like messed up yet or burned up yet, you can play PlayStation 2 games. But honestly, if it was me and I didn't own a PlayStation 4, I would hold out now for the PlayStation 5, just because if it's going to have backwards compatibility, why buy a PlayStation 4 Pro? Why buy a PlayStation 4 Slim or a original? Why even waste your money, in my opinion? Now, this is just me. You guys can go out and buy a PlayStation 4 if you want. But I believe if this is going to be the future of backwards compatibility for the PlayStation 5, I think they're going to pretty much trick it into thinking, hey, this is a PlayStation 1 running a PlayStation 1 disc. CPU ID, impersonating method. So it's going to impersonate like it's a PlayStation 1 or a PlayStation 2 or a PlayStation 3 or a PlayStation 4. And it's going to trick it into thinking, hey, this is what I am. I need to play this hardware, or I can run this hardware. And that means original content. So going forward, just because you never know, if they have backwards compatibility, they're going to have some really and I think the reason why they're doing this, and this is the question I want to ask, and I'm going to end it right here so it don't go on forever, but the real reason why I think they're doing backwards compatibility is because a lot of their games that are going to be on the PlayStation 4 at the end of their lifespan is going to be Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us 2, and certain games like that going forward. Now, I think them are going to be one of the 3 bigger games, exclusives, that being Death Stranded, Ghost of Tsushima, and Last of Us 2. Now, what I think they're wanting to do is sell games on the PlayStation 4. They're a business. Obviously, they want to make money. But then in the long run, they know if they make it backwards compatibility, it'll be easier for people to just roll over after they buy that game and buy the PlayStation 5, because they can just play that game on the PlayStation 5 and they don't feel like they bought a game for nothing, because now a new gen console, now they're like, oh, I can't even play this game on the new gen. Well, why did I even buy this game? Now they're going to have to remake, and I think they don't want to have to redo it and remaster it like they did with the PlayStation 3 to the PlayStation 4. Do you own a PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, and 4? And if you do you like backwards compatibility coming to the PlayStation 5? And will you play them games? What do you think of backwards compatibility with their new IPs, their new exclusives dropping possibly this year or earlier next year with Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, and Last of Us 2? What do you guys think about them games possibly being backwards compatibility to roll over to the PlayStation 5? Are you guys still wanting to get one? Are you going to wait until the price goes down? Or are you going to wait now because of this, you know, these trademarks being registered for PlayStation? I want to know down in the comments, guys. Are you guys going to go ahead and still get a PlayStation 4 Pro, check it out, and just, you know, are you the type that just wants to buy the older gen consoles and collect? And let me know down in the comments. I want to know. I want to hear from you guys. I want to get a conversation going, guys, today. I love you very much. And if you guys haven't hit the subscribe button, if you guys are new to this channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys click the bell to be up to date with all the videos that come out. Unbiased videos, great opinions, and great facts that I like to spit, and I like to be honest, truthful, and give you guys wisdom and teach you guys stuff that I personally know. And I want to help everybody grow to be a better gaming community. So down in the comments, guys, remember, answer them questions. Let me know. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Do a good deed, guys. Stay true to yourself. Love everybody. Take care of one another, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Game Over 86 is out. Peace, guys.